When Donald Trump entered the White House, he didn't just bring bold slogans, he brought a storm. Declaring that China had been cheating America for decades, he promised to put America first and crush unfair trade practices. With rising tariffs, tech bans, and fiery speeches, Trump launched a full-scale economic offensive. But behind the tough words, a different story was unfolding. On Chinese social media, millions watched, commented, and laughed. What started as fear turned into mockery. A trending phrase, Trump caved in, flooded platforms like Weibo and Douyin. To many Chinese citizens, Trump's roaring threats sounded hollow when, eventually, he sat across from Beijing and signed a Phase 1 deal. A deal far softer than the fierce battle he had promised. The trade war wasn't just numbers and tariffs. It became a psychological battlefield. Trump's loud declarations, followed by concessions, painted a picture of a leader who, in the eyes of many Chinese, barked but didn't bite. Their posts were sharp, sometimes bitter, but often tinged with humor. The louder he shouts, the weaker he stands, some users joked. As the U.S. imposed tariffs, China retaliated methodically, taxing key American industries and blacklisting companies. Online, memes spread like wildfire, portraying Trump as a puffed-up figure, swinging a heavy hammer only to hit himself. The Phase 1 deal, pandemic chaos, and continued American economic struggles added fuel to the fire. Chinese netizens openly questioned, where is the great victory he promised? Even Trump's aggressive moves against Huawei and TikTok, framed as national security threats, were seen through a cynical lens. If America was truly confident, it wouldn't fear our technology, many posted. Through it all, Trump's domestic struggles, a pandemic mismanaged, an economy rocked, an election lost, became symbolic proof for Chinese users that America was stumbling, not winning. Social media turned into a stage where national pride and global rivalry played out, and where Trump, once feared as a disruptor, was now often laughed at as a blusterer who blinked when it mattered most. State media didn't silence these sentiments. Instead, they allowed them to grow, subtly nurturing a nationalist wave. America attacked, but China stood firm. Even after Trump left office, the scars of the trade war remained. Tariffs persisted, distrust deepened, and the Cold War 2.0 narrative kept breathing. While Biden's administration tried a softer tone, few in China forgot the saga of Trump. The man who threatened storms but, in their view, retreated when the winds grew too strong. In the end, the real battle wasn't just about trade or technology. It was about pride, perception, and the complicated dance of global power. And in that arena, at least on Chinese social media, Trump was remembered not as a fierce warrior, but as a man who roared loudly only to walk away quietly. Thanks for following us through this complex journey of trade wars, political rivalry, and digital storytelling. Stay tuned for more insights into how world events unfold through the eyes of people across the globe.